Hello, student. I Dr. R.D. Patil, Head Department of Zoology, Vasantharanik Arts, Science and Commerce College, Shada. Dear friends, we already discussed the first lecture of SY Basis Zoology paper first, Zoo 401 Genetics. In your unit first, Introduction to the Genetics. In this lecture, we already discussed the basic concepts or basic terminology of the different terms of the genetics which are regularly utilized for this course. Dear friends, in this first lecture, we already discussed about the genetics, what is mean genetics importance, and also discuss the law of dominance, that is the monohybrid ratio. Dear friends, today we discuss the Mendelian's law. We in genetics, Mendelian laws point of view or principal point of view, Mendel is also called the father of genetics. In your syllabus point of view, the Mendel's procedure, that is parents P, genotype TT, capital TT plus small tt, F1 generation. F1 generation also cross to F1 generation to form F2 generation. In F2 generation, we have 5 gametes is formed by in F3 generation. 2 times capital TT, 2 times 1 capital T small t, capital T small t, and 1 is the small tt. So this is the specific traits which are found by the F3 generation. In this principles or also discussion about the different laws of Mendel's, that is on the basis of the above result of his hybridization experiments, Mendel formulated following 3 laws, that is law of dominance, law of segregation, law of independent assortments. The law of dominance is also monohybrid ratio. Law of segregation is also called law of purity of gametes, and law of independent assortments also as a dihybrid ratio. Dear friends, we already discussed the law of dominance in first lecture. In law of dominance, in a cross of parents that are pure for contrasting traits, only one form of the trait will be appear in the next generation offspring that are hybrid for a trait will have only the dominant trait in the phenotype. So this is the law of dominance. की याच्यामध्ये जर आपण बघितलं की क्रॉस पेरेंट्स प्युअर कॉन्ट्रास्टिंग ट्रेट त्याच्यामध्ये असताना ओनली वन एकच फॉर्म ऑफ द ट्रेट्स विल बी अपीअर इन द नेक्स्ट जनरेशन. त्या ठिकाणी 2 ट्रेट येणार नाही, फक्त 1, दॅट इज ओनली द tallness character and dropness characters, to only indicating single characters are also inherited from the next generation. This type of the offsprings that are hybrid for all trait will be have only the dominant traits in the phenotype. So this type of the law is called law of dominance. Law of dominance, while Mendel was crossing, reproducing his pea plants over and over again, he noticed something interesting when he crossed pure tall plants with pure short plants. All the new pea plants referred to as the F1 generation were tall. Similarly, crossing pure yellow seeded pea plants and pure green seeded pea plants produced on F1 generation of all yellow seeded plants. The same was true for other pea traits. Means in parent pea plants and F1 pea plants, tall stem cross to the short stem, that is all tall stems. Yellow seeds cross to green seeds. All seeds in F1 generation are the yellow seeds. Green pea pods crossing yellow pea pods, all green pea pods, round seeds crossing to the wrinkled seeds, all round seeds, axial flowers crossing to the terminal flowers, all axial flowers. So this is the traits to lobe dominance, means the indicating the all characteristics features to by the lobe dominance. Dear friends, in lobe dominance, there is a factor that makes pea plants tall and another factor that makes pea plants short. Furthermore, when the factors are mixed, the tall factor seems to dominate the short factors. So this is a in brief, in short, we above the description याच्यावर आपलं लक्षात येतं विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो की टॉल कॅरेक्टर हा डॉमिनंट आहे शॉर्ट कॅरेक्टर्स वरती. याच्यावरून द टॉलनेस कॅरेक्टर विल बी डॉमिनंट टू द पर्टिक्युलर फीचर्स वी आल्सो इम्पॉर्टंट टू ऑल काइंड्स ऑफ द offsprings which are in F1 generations are the tall. So this is the tallness is a dominant for the short factors. In lobe dominance, now in our modern wisdom we use allele or gene instead of what Mendel called factors. There is a gene in this DNA of pea plants that controls plant height, makes them either tall or short. One form of the gene allele codes for tall and the other allele for plant height codes for short. For abbreviation, we use the capital T for the dominant tall allele and the lowercase small t for the recessive short allele. We are indicating by the alternate by the in a square to indicating by the cross making. Lobe dominance in a genotype symbol, genotype, Vikas and phenotype. So this is a capital TT homozygote dominance or pure tall, phenotype tall. Capital T small t heterozygous or hybrid. This is pure tall hybrid. This is a tall. Small tt homozygous recessive or pure short. That is a short. So this is a characteristic feature is indicating in the lobe dominance. We already discussed in the first lecture. Dear friends, विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, इथपर्यंत आपण lobe dominance is the first monohybrid ratio already discussed in the first lecture. Dear friends, today we discuss on the basis of the above result of the hybridization experiments, Mendel formulated following three laws. त्यापैकी पहिला लॉ आपण मोनोहायब्रिड का lobe dominance बघितला. In this lecture, to study the law of segregation, that is also called the law of purity of gametes. Dear friends, based on the Mendel's data, he formulated two laws. That is, law of segregation means a cross between the organism offspring in single pair of contrasting character is known as monohybrid cross. Mendel made a monohybrid cross between tall in the law of dominance, but in second, that is the law of purity of gametes or law of segregation. The law of segregation is also known as the law of purity of gametes. Dear friends, the law states that the hybrid or heterozygote of F1 generation having a pair of contrasting characters or allomorphs of dominant and recessive, these characters though remains, we already discussed, a parent contributing only one of the traits allele for a trait to each offspring. If parents is heterozygous for a trait, the particular allele donated to the offspring is random. Means in law of segregation, that is F1 generation having a pair of contrasting character allomorphic of dominant and recessive. These characters though remain together for long period of time but do not contaminate or mix with each other and separate or segregate at the time of gametogenesis, so that each gamete receiving only one character dominant or recessive. त्याच्यावर फक्त only one characters आपल्याला त्या ठिकाणी दिसेल. So in this about description, The law of segregation means during the formation of gametes, eggs or sperm, the two alleles responsible for a trait separate from each other. Alleles for a trait are then recombined at fertilization, producing the genotype for the traits of the offspring. Means, dear friends, in mechanism of segregation, this law is also indicating the law of segregation is universal in its application and it has been found to occur in both plants and animals. P.H. Morgan was allowed to cross two fruit flies, that is homozygous wild type long winged Drosophila with homozygous mutant vestigial winged Drosophila. The F1 heterozygote were found to be long winged when F1 heterozygote is were allowed to mate among themselves. They produce long winged and vestigial winged hybrid in the ratio of 3:1 in F1 generation. In this cross, the homozygous long winged fly has two dominant allele, that is capital ALL for long wing, and the homozygous vestigial wing fly has two recessive allele, that is small ALL for vestigial wing. The F1 heterozygote undergoes embryonic development to form sexually mature multicellular adult flies. During these developmental stages, each allele replicating and living together, but during gametogenesis, both alleles segregate from each other in their original form to produce 50% gametes with a dominant allele, that is capital ALL, and 50% gametes with recessive allele, that is small al. The phenotype ratio is 3:1 in F2 generation and genotypic ratio is 1:2:1, that is one homozygous long wing capital ALL, two heterozygous long wings capital L small l, and one homozygous vestigial wing, that is small l. So this crossing over also takes place in law of segregation, that is parent P plants two members of F1 generation, offspring F2 generation, that is the genotype is a capital TT, capital T small t, capital T small t. The phenotype is a tall cross to tall, that is genotype is 25% capital TT, 50% capital T small t, and 25% small tt. Phenotypes 7 5% tall and 25 is short. Anytime two parents have the same phenotypic for a trait, but some of their offsprings look different with respect to that trait, the parent must be hybrid for in the particular events. That is in law of segregation. These traits also indicating in of law of segregation, that is parents P homozygous long winged male cross to the homozygous vestigial winged females, that is capital ALL crossed to the small ALL. In F1 generation, capital L small I heterozygous long winged, the cross by the capital L small l in sorry capital L and small l to in your F1 generation cross to F1 generation to form as a four allele, that is in F2 generation capital L, capital L, capital L small l and small ll. That is capital L is a homozygous long winged, capital L small l is a heterozygous long winged, is a both two, that is small ll is a homozygous vestigial winged. That is this ratio in phenotypic point of view, that is 3:1, and in genotypic point of view of the F2 generation ratio is 1:3:1 or 3:1. So this is a completely unit cross the character traits are evolved in the law of segregation. So this is called the law of segregation. Dear friends, we next is the third law, that is the law of independent assortments. It is also called a dihybrid law. It is a dihybrid law. Mendel performed monohybrid crosses for all the 7 traits independently and was able to differentiate between dominant and recessive form for each trait. He was then interested to how whether inheritance of two characters are influenced by each other or are inherited independ, independently. Hybrid cross is a cross when at a time two traits and their alternative forms are considered during hybridization experiments. Steps of experiments are some as that of monohybrid cross, but two characters and their alternate forms are considered simultaneously. For dihybrid cross, homozygous tall male plants bearing red-purple flowers are crossed with homozygous dark female plants bearing white flowers. So, in dihybrid crossing, a cross between F1 offsprings, first generation offspring of two individuals that differ in two traits of particular interest, used to test for dominant and recessive genes in two separate characteristics. The rules of meiosis as they apply to the dihybrid are uh, codified in Mendel's first law and Mendel's second law, which are also called the law of segregation and law of dominant assortment respectively. That is, we also mostly the law of independent assortments we indicating or explanation point of view. In one of these hybridization experiments, Mendel crossed homozygous pea plants having yellow round seeds with the homozygous pea plant having green wrinkled seeds. There is two. That is, one is the color point, next is the shape. These two characteristic features are transmitted from the one generation to the next generation. The F1 hybrid was found to have yellow round seeds. When the F1 hybrid were allowed to cross among themselves, they produced four types of seeds in the ratio of 9 as to 3 as to 3 as to 1. This is the ratio where yellow round is 0.9, yellow wrinkled 0.3, green round 0.3, and green wrinkled 0.1. Mendel state that when the parents are differ from each other in two or more pair of contrasting characters of factor, then the inheritance of one pair of factors is independent to that of the other pair of factor. Means this is the Mendel's law of independent assortment. That is in mechanism of independent assortments. Parent P, homozygous round seeds Y, capital YY, capital RR, homozygous green wrinkled seeds, small YY, small RR. It is a genotypes in gametes, capital Y, capital R, in the gametes, capital Y, small r. To in F1 hybrid, capital Y, capital R, small r. That is heterozygous yellow round. This F1 gametes, capital Y, capital R, capital Y, small y, capital R, small y, small r. So this is a particular characteristic features, that is two traits are transmitted in the schematic representation is seen. Means in law of independent assortment explain that alleles for different traits are distributed to sex cells or offsprings independently of one another. Means the law of independent assortments, Mendel's noticed during all his work that the height of the plant and the shape of the seeds and the color of the pods had no impact on one another. If other words being tall didn't automatically mean the plants had to have green pods, not did green pods have to be filled only with wrinkled seeds. The different traits seem to be inherited independently. Means the law of independent assortments, Mendel's law, also alleles of the one genes are passed to offspring independently of the alleles of the other genes. Uh, Applies to the inheritance of two or more genes simultaneously in the Drosophila. Can use the inheritance of traits in the fruit flies. To illustrate the law of independent assortments, dihybrid cross, a fertilization in which the parents differ in two distinct traits or characteristics. A wild type ebony vestigial wings also arising in the Drosophila. That is in dihybrid cross. Also the schematic representation, there are two characters, male gametes capital V small v, capital E small e, to the female gametes also form to in a schematic representation form, that is also represented same for the uh, round round yellow wrinkles to conducting the characters of the preplants, as same for the Drosophila, male gametes and female gametes to crossing by the longer short winged vestigial winged to schematic representation by the dihybrid ratio or uh, law of independent assortments. In dihybrid ratio 9:3:1, also indicating this genetic expression of a dihybrid cross to this schematic representation, also indicating the dihybrid ratio, that is 9:3:1. The mechanism of independent assortment can be understood easily by assuming that the homozygous pea plants with yellow round seeds has the alleles capital YY and small r capital RR for the yellow color and roundness of the seed respectively. Similarly, the homozygous pea plants with green wrinkled seeds contain the alleles small yy and small rr for the green color and wrinkledness of seeds respectively. The gametes which are capital Y, capital R and small y, small r type respectively. When both parents are crossed, the union of both types of gametes takes place to give the F1 hybrid, that is capital Y, capital R, small r. The F1 hybrid have been found to contain yellow round seeds showing dominance of alleles capital Y for yellow color and over the recessive allele small y for green color, and dominance of allele capital R for roundness over the recessive allele small r for wrinkleness of seeds. Now the F1 hybrid has four types of alleles, that is capital Y for yellow color, small y for green color, capital R for round shape and small r for wrinkled seed. During gametogenesis, these four alleles may combine following four combination. That is, first is that the alleles capital Y may be associated with the allele capital R to give rise capital Y R combination. The allele capital Y may be associated with the allele small r to give rise capital Y small r combination. Third uh, combination, the allele small y may be associated with the allele capital R to give rise small y capital R combination. And fourth is the allele small y may be associated with the allele small r to give rise small y small r combination. So this is also intimating by the in schematic uh, Punnett square to also prove. Thus, the four types of alleles are associated independently to produce four types of gametes, that is capital Y small r, capital Y small r, small y capital R and small y small r in F1 generation. When crossed for F2 generation, then give rise 16 individual. These 16 individuals in second generation have the ratio 9 yellow round, the 3 yellow wrinkled, the 3 green round and 1 green wrinkled. These results prove that law of independent assortments and showed that each pair of contrasting characters behave independently and bears no permanent association of association or relation with particular characters. In genetic variation, the particular type of the ratio of 9:3:3:1 is indicating by in the dihybrid cross. So this is the ratio to get by the dihybrid law. F1 generation 16 possible combination we already discussed in the 4 points. That is in the point of view capital T small r tall red, capital T small r tall white, small t capital R dark red, capital T small small t small r dark white. So this is a 1, 6, 11, 16. So in this point of view, this is a 9:3, S to 3, S to 1. So diabetic phenotype ratio is a 9:3, S to 1, and combination of 1:6, S to 11, S to 16 is equal to homozygous rest heterozygous. So diabetic genotypic ratio is the 1:2, S to 2, S to 4, S to 1, S to 2, S to 1, to S to 1. So this is it is very clear from the result that F2 progeny showed parental types capital T, capital R, tall red, and capital T, small r, dark white. We also conducting the specific representation by the in a diagonal cross. That is this explanation of the Punnett squares to indicating by this diagonal ratio. It is also this already explained the 5 steps to conducting by the combined falling 4 combination during the gametogenesis are included by this ratio. This is a diagonal crossing to show the pea plants indicating diagonal laws. So this is also some of other examples of diagonal cross are as follows: by cross between the plants with the round yellow seeds and wrinkled green seeds. We already discussed the basic representation of the these examples also including in the your textbooks. That is also this is a capital RR, small capital YY. So this is a Punnett representation. This example also indicating your books as a clarification of the pea plants. So the law of independent assignment allows for new gene combination or genetic recombination, can mathematically predict the possible uh, combinations. Number of possible genotype is a 2, where n is equal to the number of genes or traits considered. Example, considering 100 traits to 100 is equal to we have specific ratio to calculating the independent assignment. Law of independent assignments, it is a Mendel second law, inheritance law, formatted after his first principle. So this is the law of explanation of the law of independent assignments. First experiment cross to as a particular intimation by the pea plants in F1 generation to get by the 9:3:1 phenotypic ratio. F2 plants is a 9 green pods yellow seeds, 3 green pods green seeds, 3 yellow pods and yellow seeds, 1 yellow pods and green seed. This type of the uh, 9 different genotypes, 4 different phenotypes, indicating this explanation in the above pea plants slides. So this is also same already explained by the this ratio of the uh, law of independent assignments. Mendelian traits of point of view. This is a 6 ingredients also summary of the all laws, that is dominance law, capital T, small t, tall and short, 100% capital T, small t, tall. In segregation, capital T, small t cross with the capital T, small t, 100. This is the tall. It is a tall and short cross. The tall cross, 75% tall and 20% shorts in the segregation. In dominance, 100%, 70% tall, 20% short. In the independent assignments, it is a capital R, capital G, small g, cross to the capital R, capital G, small g, round and green, cross to round and green. So also this 9/16 round seeds and green pods, 9/16 round seeds and yellow pods, 9/16 wrinkled seeds and green pods, 1/16 wrinkled seeds and yellow pods. So this is a intimation in briefly to all 3 laws of this uh, Mendel's law. That is a law of dominance, that is monohybrid, law of purity or gamete segregation, the law of segregation, and third is the law of independent assignment. In this way, this is the complete of the law of independent assignments in a syllabus point of view. Also in your these first units, that is a genetic way, few more uh, genetic application to use, that is a genetic variation. In a genetic variation can be defined as the genetic makeup of organism within a population change. एखाद्या ट्रेड्स मध्ये पॉप्युलेशन चेंज होण्याकरता जेनेटिक व्हेरिएशनचा रोल किती त्या ठिकाणी आपल्या लक्षात येतो. जीन्स आर inherited segments of DNA that contains code for the production of the proteins. Genes exist in alternate versions or alleles that determine distinct traits that can be passed on from parents of offspring. So this is a genetic variation is important to the processes of natural selection and biological evolution. Genetic variation is most important for the natural selection and biological evolution. The genetic variation that arise in a population happen by chance, but the processes of natural selection does not. Natural selection is a result of the interactions between genetic variation in a population and the environment. The environment determines which genetic variations are more favorable or better suited for survival. As organisms with these environmentally selected genes survive and reproduce, more favorable traits are passed on the population as a whole. So in this point of genetic variation is most important in the genetic branch to get by the intimating the important process of the natural selection as well as biological evolution. Causes of genetic variation. Genetic variation कशामुळे होऊ शकतं बा, तर कशामुळे ते व्हेरिएशन आपल्याला दिसतं, कारण इट इज मेनली फॉलोइंग आर द मेजर कॉजेस ऑफ जेनेटिक व्हेरिएशन. जेनेटिक व्हेरिएशन होण्याकरता त्याच्यात काय कुठले घटक इम्पॉर्टंट रोल्स आहेत, त्याच्यामध्ये फर्स्ट आहे ए इज द जे डीएनए म्युटेशन. त्याच्यामध्ये डीएनए म्युटेशन महत्वाचे आहे. तर म्युटेशन इज अ चेंज इन डीएनए सिक्वेन्स. म्युटेशन शॉर्ट मध्ये त्याची डेफिनेशन आहे mutation. Change in the mutation is a change in DNA sequence. That is particularly to as in your human chromosome, the 46, that is 23 pairs. Out of these DNA sequences is changing, it causes mutation. This variation in result, this variation in gene sequence can sometimes be advantageous to an organism. Most mutations that result in genetic variation produce traits that confer neither an advantages nor disadvantages. Mutation leads to genetic variation by altering genes and alleles in a population. They may impact in the individual genes or entire chromosome. Means the DNA mutation is the most important in few more cases, or also as a useful, that is a useful advantages, but in few cases it is nor advantages nor disadvantages. So this is a particular mutation. Next is a gene flow, also called as a gene migration. Next genetic variation mudda hai gene flow, also called gene migration. It introduces new genes into population as the organism migrate into a new environment. New gene combination are made possible by the availability of new alleles in the gene pool. And third is the sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction promotes genetic variation by producing different genes combination. Meiosis is the process by which sex cells or gametes are created. Genetic variation occurs as alleles in gametes are separated and randomly united upon fertilization. The genetic recombination of genes also occurs during crossing over or the sweeping of gene segments in homologous chromosome during meiosis. Examples of genetic variation is also takes a person's skin color, hair color, dimples, freckles, and blood types are also all examples of the genetic variation that can occur in human population. In plants, the modified leaves or carnivorous plants and the development of flowers that resemble insects to lure plants pollinators is a important roles. Pollinator genes variation in plants often occur in the result of gene flow. Pollen is dispersed from one area to another by the wind or pollinators over great distances. Example of genetic variation in the animal includes albinism, uh, cheetahs with strips, snakes that fly, animals that play dead, and animals that mimic leaves. This variation enable the animal to better adapt to condition in their environments. So, in a dear friends, in molecular basis of genetic information, that is nucleotides and nucleic acid is most important to the transmit the traits of genes from one generation to the next generation. Nucleotides participate in almost all biological processes. They are the subunits of DNA and RNA, the molecules that carry genetic information. Nucleotide derivatives are involved in the biosynthesis of numerous molecules. They convey energy, are part of essential coenzymes, and regulate numerous metabolic functions. So, in a nucleotide and nucleosides are the particularly in the DNA and RNA. That is in a purine molecule. Nucleotides are composed of three integral parts, that is the phosphates, pentose sugars, and nitrogen bases like purine and pyrimidines. Phosphate groups phosphate groups may occur alone monophosphates in 2's group of the carbon atom position 5 prime of pentose sugar. Second is the sugar residues. The sugar residues is nucleotides are usually derived from either the ribonucleic acid RNA or deoxyribonucleic acid DNA to as a use in a pentose sugar. Nucleotide basis of pyrimidine, cytosine capital C, thymine capital T, uracil capital U are the on C3 in cytosine CH3, on C5 in thymine, O on CH4 uracil, and the absence of double bond between N3 and C4 present in cytosine. Nucleotide basis of purine, adenine capital A and guanine capital G are the two nucleotide bases of the purine. They differ in their side chains and double bond between N1 and C6. DNA as a carrier of genetic information is the most and last important point in the genetic inheritance. That is, DNA carries a genetic information following an incidental but precise observation 1928 and relevant investigation 1944 indicated that DNA could be the carrier of genetic information. It is a proof. विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, DNA हा कॅरियर ऑफ जेनेटिक इन्फॉर्मेशन रोल करतो हे ऑब्झर्वेशन 1928 आणि 1944 मध्ये इंडिकेटेड केले गेले. त्याच्यामध्ये दोन महत्वाचे एक्सपेरिमेंट केले गेले होते. द ऑब्झर्वेशन ऑफ द ग्रिप in 1928 and the transforming principle of DNA in 1944. So in 1928, the English microbiologist Fred Griffith made by remarkable observation while investigating various strains of pneumococcus. He determined that mice injected with strain S smooth died. On the other hand, animals injected with strain capital R rough lived when the inactivated the lethal S strain by heat. There were no sequelae and the animal survived. Surprisingly, a mixture of the non-lethal capital R strain and the heat inactivated capital S strain had a lethal effect like the capital S strain. He found normal living pneumococci of the capital S strain in the animal blood. So the Gibbs in 1928 to prove the DNA is a carrier of genetic information. In second experiment, the transforming principle of DNA, Gibbs finding formed the basis of investigation by Avery, MacLeod, and McCarthy. 1944, Avery and co-workers at the Rockefeller Institute in New York elucidated the chemical basis of the transforming principle from culture of an S strain. They produced an extract of lysate cells, cell-free extract. After all the proteins, lipids, and polysaccharides had been removed, the extract still retained the ability to transform pneumococci of the capital R strain to pneumococci of the capital S strain, transforming principle. With further studies, Avery and co-workers determined that this was attributed to the DNA alone. Thus, the DNA must contain the corresponding genetic information. This explained Griffith's observation. Heat inactivation had left the DNA of the bacterial chromosome intact. The section of the chromosomes with gene responsible for capsule formation, capital S gene, could be released from the destroyed capital S cells and be taken up by some capital R cells in subsequent cultures after the capital S gene was incorporated into the DNA, and capital R cell was transformed into an S cell. So above the description, that is a two experiments proved by the scientists. First is Grip experiments in the 1928, and second is the transference principle of DNA. Grip's finding, that is Avery, MacLeod, and McCarthy in 1944. These two experiments is proof DNA as a carrier of genetic information. Dear friends, this type of the lectures also give on in Zoom meetings as tomorrow. To congesting the point of view, the many more student has not attending or not joining the Zoom meetings. So we seen in your WhatsApp group as well as your mobiles WhatsApp class groups to downloaded and seen this lecture on YouTube channels. So dear friends, in this point of view, I completed the unit number first in your two lectures in Zoom Meet as well as in your YouTube lecture point of view. Dear friends, any difficulty, ask me to calling for your telephone as well as mobile receiver, and consulting to you any difficulties to ask me in manually as well as a class or college will be open. Dear friends, in particular pandemic situation, stay home, stay safe your home. uh, Thank you, thank you, thank you.